most of them, me, I'm talking, when it comes to that anyway, the African community, because the white community, the women support the women. They tell you, you know, they understand, you know, the education is there, the knowledge is there. When it comes to the African community, the Nigerian community that I understand, especially Nigeria, I think most of them is because they are not educated about it.
So that's
because yes.
And that's the point you're making, and that's why I'm doing this breaking limits. It's a haven, and I need the men to understand. I've mentioned this before. If you haven't heard it, I'm saying it again. I know men personally, male, that were abused by their wives. So people need to understand before you start writing your comments, which again, negative comments is just, I don't care. But my thing is,
Auntie, concentrate on what we are saying. They're always like that. People will always want to distract. They don't even care. Let's do what we are doing.
Yeah, I don't care about negative. I don't even. The thing, breaking limits. For you to break limits, you have to not care about the haters. Haters are doing their job. You do yours. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Haters, people will always hate. You need to understand that.
Sure.
That. Yeah, they're doing their job. They have a job. That's their job.
Sure.
To be negative. That is their. You do your job. You know. So and that's one of the reasons also when I was talking about women earlier on, people were saying why stay in an abusive relationship, the fear of what will people say. Women will always talk. Breaking limits is for us as women. I want this series to be a place, a haven where I can actually come close to women and let's find ways to empower each other. I want to be, you know, I've been there for a lot of younger women coming, even people older than me, but I also now want to bring it to a platform where, you know what, I don't have to know you personally, but what can I do? This is what I'm saying. I want to create a kind of movement. Women we're okay if we need to train together, if we need to come together to support each other. Because what I have found, my situation, when I was in that situation where I was, again, it was very sad, domestic, whatever, abuse, if you want to call it that. Women were not forthcoming. They were not, I couldn't trust them. First of all, in my situation is like, this one, superstar, Ameze. Because that's
your own situation. Yeah, I can understand your case. Yeah.
They think you're not human.
Yes, as your star already. Yeah. They don't like respecting men and stuff like that. Yes.
I have blood running. I feel pain.
Yes, I know.
Human being, you know. So that's why I'm starting breaking limits, because I knew how painful it was for me to share in serious. Because that I beg. And then there are those that are just jealous. That oh, okay. So you thought you were all that. Well, see, I didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't make people need to be able to separate what you do on screen from what is real life. There were very few men that understood. But I would tell you this, I even had more sympathy from men than women. And this is what's breaking limits. Women, we need to do not, I think again, people have said is the way, because women are like victims of the society. So, and I've always told you guys this, it's people who
thank you, Boyaga Richards. Thank you, my brother. You've said something you wrote perfect. You're very correct. I agree with you.
So go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Read
he said, I think it's in the human nature to mock others silently. It's why we pray often to have genuine people around us.
It's so true.
Everything.
Yes, that is true.
You eliminate. I have eliminate. You give this one chance. They are all the same. Everybody. Oh God, it's not easy anyway. Honestly, we pray. We have to pray to have genuine people around us because we don't even know who is who. Some will come as if they are just there for you, just to collect, to know you, and you will just, they will pity you. They feel as if they feel your pain, they understand you, and once you tell them things about you, they will use it against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PSC, thank you for joining. The truth of the matter is, and I'm glad, people are, being a part of this. The truth of the matter is, when people, like what Boya Richard said, human nature, sometimes when you see someone worse off than you, it makes you feel better about yourself, but what they'll do is they go beyond. They now want to, that's why you see some people, they're just negative. They just want anything you say is not right. This one,
yes.
Abies is going to, I beg. It's not the Abies. So one new weave on up to her waist. Beg, jealousy, or like I am not going to make her feel better. I'm not going to be a part of her making her feel good, because when I do that, then she becomes bigger or better than me. People need to understand. It doesn't work that way. When you put out good in the world, it finds. So, Abiayuwa, tell us now. Your dad has passed on, right? Passed on. Tell me what advice you give because I saw the beautiful picture of your daughter. Oh my God. She looks like you. This very beautiful girl. I saw a picture of her getting ready for, I think, First Communion, Holy Communion.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
What do you? She's probably at the age where I always tell people this: women, please listen. Our daughters are not too young we need to start talking to our daughters. Okay, that's something I do with a group of friends of mine that have daughters. We pray into their lives, and we also talk to them. It's never too early. Even if a daughter is 6 years old, start empowering. Let them know.
I started talking to my children, not even my daughter alone, my children from the age of 6.
Very good.
Even sex education.
Yes.
All.
Let them know what is wrong, what is right, abuse. Now we need to start changing the mindset of our children, so that even what they see, they watch it on TV or even around you, you need to let them know. So, but because, we're targeting women, so to speak, what have you told your daughter about what to expect in a relationship? If you have gone that far, I don't know if you have.
What to expect in a relationship? Most of the thing are mostly, when it comes to relationship, she's still young anyway. Most of the thing I expected her, that I always tell her, is for her to get her education first.
Good.
To be comfortable first. Because where I grew up, my mother, my mother was also a kind of a child that was abandoned, according to her story. So, it's breaking.
See, now
you're breaking. According to my mother's story, she was she lost her father at a tender age. And it was her mother. And I know that maybe, for women, they got into depression. So I think that was what happened to her mother. I don't know. So she found herself she had no choice. And when she met my father, she had to get attached by all means to have a roof under her head and a family. It's breaking. You can hear me because I notice it's breaking.
It's breaking, but go ahead. I want you to finish. Mary's Mercy, okay. Hello. Yes.
So after, when I see my mother's situation and what I got myself into here in France, the same less privilege. No job, no paper, no work, everything was all about stability. No work, no paper, no. So my own experience, even my son, I tell them the best thing you have to do in life to get what you want, which is very, very important. You need to get education, very important. You have opportunity here in France when you are educated, you have a good job, and you start making money. Then you can know really what you want. And the kind of relationship you will always find yourself into. But I told them, one thing I said, but no matter how it is, the journey will pass through it together. And
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So to quick go up to speed. So we went through Abiewa's journey, but of course where she's the abusive psychopath, use the word psychopath, that's not my word, you know. And now she is, like I said, to all intents and purposes, she has come into her own. She's in a wonderful relationship with her husband and her children. What is the advice you have for women